Hey, Shalom Makiam out there. Before I get started, I would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Makakudash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect throughout the four winds of the earth who are preaching and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity. All right, man. You had Trump. I think this happened yesterday on September 5th, 2025. Says Trump signs order renaming Pentagon back to Department of War. Says Trump said the name is a much more appropriate name, especially in light of where the world is right now. Where the world is right now. All right, and it's just like the we bring out from Ecclesiastes, where the scripture says, "To every time there is a season." You know, and it goes on to talk about seasons of peace, seasons of dancing, seasons of joy. But then I think it's the last one that says a time for war. All right. And the times that we are coming into are times of war. All right. And when we compare what's going on in the world with what the scriptures say would be taking place in the end times, man, it is evident that we are coming into the times of war. Okay, just like it says in Matthew 24, says there shall be wars and rumors of wars. And that's what these devils are all about, man. This is their blessing. All right, their blessing is the sword, man. It tells you that back in Genesis, when I believe it was Isaac who had blessed Esau with the sword, man. By thy sword shalt thou live. So he's right, man. It's a more appropriate name for the Pentagon because shit, man, this place has been at war. And I went ahead and pulled it up before I started the video. It says the U.S. has been involved in some form of military conflict for approximately 93% of its history, spending about 227 out of the 244 years since 1776 engaged in various wars and military actions. A number that depends on the definition of war used. A number that depends on the definition of war used. All right. But that's what is in these devils' hearts, man. What lies in the hearts of the Edomites is war. Okay, just like the scriptures say, Psalms 55:21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, right? Because they speak real good. They speak smoothly, and that's why they persuade people to vote for them. Okay, Trump will talk, he'll crack jokes, but that's why the scriptures talk about in Sirach it says to never trust thine enemy, though he go crouching, beware of him. All right, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, and these devils have the power and the capacity to bring about world peace, but it is, and that's how you know that it's so spiritual, man, because they were not set up to bring peace on the earth, man. That's why it says in Proverbs that let me see. I was somewhere here in the first verse, but it says, or you know what? I think it's the second verse in one of these chapters. It's lucky, man. It says, when the wicked beareth rule. Verify you are a human. Sure. Yep. Proverbs 29:2. Here we go. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And why? Because this is what happens when the wicked beareth rule. There's constant conflict, constant tension, constantly problems, constantly shit going wrong for the people. Because they do what, man? They hoard all things to themselves, man. And that's why you have that category of people called the one percenters, who hold like 90 something percent of the world's wealth. All right, they control like, if not all of the world central banks. You know, this is the scenario of the wicked being in power that is playing out. And it even tells you in Job chapter 9 and verse 24 that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, and it's coming to light. You know, the evil of these devils is coming to the light. And soon, man, it's going to be well known throughout the earth that they are the biblical Edomites. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3 says, Let no man deceive you by any means, for the day for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Okay, which this has happened already. Because the people of Israel have fallen away from the Lord. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Let's get that word for perdition. It says destroying, utter destruction. So the son of destruction. It says the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell, and that's what it feels like here, man. You know, being subject to payments, under constant oppression. You know, constantly, you know, laws and rules constantly changing, like how these devils have changed the retirement age. You know, I think it used to be like 60. Now it's 65. I remember back when I was younger, man, and I was working for a car dealership, like in the shop and everything. And this older gentleman, you know, I believe he was Issachar, and he was talking about, hey bro, I'm about to retire like next year, because I turned 60, bro. Right before he turned 60, they put in that law that bumped up the retirement age, man. He was vexed like a mug, bro. Like, he was pissed off, man. And that's how these devils operate, man. It's just a constant hell, constant oppression, you know? Shit, and this is why we're mad, man. You know, this is why we hate this place, because the scriptures say that that oppression maketh a wise man mad. So if you have any kind of wisdom, bro, this place is just gonna piss you off. You know, you're not gonna like it here. Like, yeah, you try to find some joy so you don't go insane. But the overall look, man, is this place fucking sucks, man. Especially now, because the price of everything is just through the fucking roof, man. You know, a basic house for a family in a lot of places is right around 400,000. That's almost $500,000, man. Food costing a lot more. And you have these or you have bros going to other countries, man, saying like, "Hey, bros, the food is way cheaper there." Man, these devils are choking the American people out, man, choking them out too. Both hands on the throat, squeezing, man. Everything going up. You know, setting the stage for their agenda to roll out a whole new way of things. Okay, the New World Order. But these devils operate with gradualism. And they did a huge test run back in 2020 with the C19 jab. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start at verse 2. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak it, and it's speaking, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." And that's talking about these devils, man. Their soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in them. It says, "But the just shall live by his faith." It's likely by his faith. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home." And these devils are always occupying in other countries' business, man. Always, 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 man. Getting involved in other countries' businesses. And that's why that in the scriptures, this place is called the Great Whore. And that's how you know that this place is spiritually known as Babylon the Great. You know, Babylon. Babylon meaning confusion. So Babylon the Great, man, this is a great confusion here. And then another title, or this place is also referred to the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Come on, man. And that's how you know that America is in the scriptures, but it's like, it's in there in code, because it's only for the elect to get. Okay, this word is not going to be accepted broadly. Okay, the masses are not going to get it. And that's how it was designed. if you want to believe that or not, well, why wouldn't God want all to get it? That doesn't make any sense. Well, read the scriptures and you'll know, man. Okay, just like he's only ever dealt with few men. He's only going to deal with few men now because the majority are wicked and they are going to reject just like they do. Anytime we bring out the scriptures and break things down to people, they reject, reject, reject. Okay, just like the scriptures say, I have stretched out mine hand. How's that worded? Proverbs 1:24 says, because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And when the Lord sends his prophets to speak his word, people believe that since some kind of angelic force didn't come down and speak to them face to face, that they don't have to take heed to the prophets. Well, they're just men. Who are they? They're not nobody. Isaiah 65:2, it says, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. And that's what the people do, man. So this thing is not for the masses of the people. Okay, it's about the 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel, man. It says, yea, going back to Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And who does America host, or welcome as their people? All nations and all people. You will find all nations and all people here in the land of America. It says that he gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's why this place is confusing, because you have so many different people, different nationalities, different beliefs, different religions. So there's constant clashing here, a constant disagreements. And the scriptures say that a house that is divided against itself will not stand. So this place is destined to fall already. And he does enlarge his desire as hell. He wants everything. He wants to be like God. The scriptures talk about that too. That there's a scripture that says that I will be like the Most High. He will set his congregation amongst the stars. That's who's ruling the earth, man. And Trump is really just put up as a front, as a mascot, if you will. Okay, because they will put up a president, but then the strings are pulled behind the scenes. It's like, hey, bro, it's like a basic thing in politics. But with that being said, man, hope and pray that this was edifying. And until the next one, shalom.